My name's Georgina Mann. I started my PhD in 2014 and my research looked at the cognitive mechanisms that drive anxiety after a stressful event. So when we think of anxiety, we typically think of it as a single experience, but it's actually broken down into three components. So we look at anxiety in the lead up to something stressful, so we call that anticipatory anxiety, the anxiety people feel during the stressful event, and the anxiety that they feel following the event has finished. So my research primarily focused on explaining why people feel different levels of anxiety after a stressful event, like a speech, has concluded, and why they continue to feel anxious. So in my PhD, we used a number of different methods. So we were primarily measuring cognitive mechanisms and memory bias. So we looked at a number of different computer tasks designed to record people's working memory, to record their reaction times to various stimuli. So this was all laboratory-based tasks in which participants had to sit in front of computers and respond to a number of different stimuli. So my PhD found a number of things that were not involved in the anxiety process. So like all research, we're not always looking to have significant results. The fact that throughout my PhD we had a number of null results also provided useful information about anxiety. So we tried 5 different cognitive mechanisms that we thought may be associated with anxiety after a stressful event, and we found that none of these particular mechanisms were related. So that is a key part of the PhD, being aware that you may not get the answers that you were anticipating. But I think what we did learn as a result of my PhD was the particular mechanisms that were not involved in anxiety perseveration. So anxiety is quite a topical subject. Obviously, a lot of people experience anxiety to some degree in their lives. And so research examining the sort of baseline building blocks for anxiety, I think, are really important to consider for both therapeutic interventions, as well as to give people a better sense and a better understanding of what's going on in their own minds and their own bodies. So I think while my PhD didn't have significant results, so it didn't tell us specifically what was driving anxiety, we now have a better understanding of exactly what's involved in anxiety after a stressful event and the types of areas that would benefit for more research and more intervention for practical, real-world applied implications.